I wish you could sit here and then be like, "Hi, I'm Sarah," and just pretend like
we should just disappear one day and just get Helen to talk to herself.
Two different people.
Oh, two different.
Are we rolling?
Yep.
Oh,
Hello.
hi guys. Welcome to episode
3,
Today we are going to be talking about our new project, Just Been Laid.
which is an egg subscription service.
It is. So Sarah, who owns Just Been Laid, has done an amazing job producing pasture-raised eggs for the Hunter Valley. And we're going to visit her on the farm and she's going to walk us through the process. And we'll also be talking to
Sarah Cook and Jace and Mike, of course.
and then James has just had a little baby, so he's on paternity leave. We're going to try and get him here technologically somehow, either via Google Hangout or Skype. But the project just won an AGDA award, which is really exciting. So the AGDA is the Australian Graphic Design Association Awards, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you. See you soon.
We met Sarah, we went up to her property and we had a look at this wonderful place up in the Hunter Valley. She had this great name and this concept, Just Been Laid, and although she wasn't 100% sure about the name, we thought it was fantastic. This place, this location was so fantastic for the chickens. You know, they had caravans, the caravans could move around. It was all part of the plan of them following around the cattle, which is, you know, great for farming and also great for the ecology. It was a start-up business, so when we're a start-up business, we really try and help people get that business up and running. But also, I suppose, when we looked at the design of the packaging, we wanted to make sure that it was simple, that it was cost effective, and we wanted to make sure that it was impactful and really powerful.
So this is the Just Been Laid packaging. We made it cheeky and quirky, just like the Just Been Laid brand is. We've got a little chicken head up here, which is quite fun. A lot of the considerations were around using materials that felt really natural and had a kind of brown paper, straight from the farm look and feel. The website was a really big selling point. All sales for Just Been Laid eggs have to come through online. It's a subscription model, which is an exciting way to sell eggs because it means that it's the freshest possible eggs that you could possibly get. But it also does mean that it's a little bit different to maybe going to the supermarket and picking up your eggs. So we really had to make sure we had a really tight delivery, really easy to use and really easy to sign up and start getting fresh eggs.
One of the really cool things about this site was that it allowed a user to go to the site, learn about the product, learn about Sarah, learn about the processes, and then they can go through and set up the delivery location at their local cafe. A lot of that stuff was all around sort of user experience. Unlike when Bob buys some jeans from an online shop and it goes to his house directly, is that we've got all these people purchasing eggs and they are picking them up from one location, and we had to handle those as one order of lots of items rather than individual orders, which is how most other e-commerce sort of setups would always work. That was really important, but also something that we had to sort of do more custom development around.
I experimented with a range of pens, and my favourite one to use for this project was a nice thick Posca pen, which has a nice blobby, consistent edge. The aesthetic was deliberately meant to look like a nice, approachable, friendly brand. We actually created our own typeface that was built around the packaging to fit. Every letter was written out by hand, and we turned that into an alphabet that we could use to deliberately make it look perfectly hand done and custom. We went with a black egg carton to look consistent with the black marking on the packaging sleeve, but the packaging sleeve was deliberately made to be quite easy to put on, so that was just done through a heap of prototyping. There's 4 or 5 different size grades of egg, so we had to make sure the packaging would work consistently across those different package sizes. I'd have to say my absolute favourite part of this project was definitely the packaging. It's not all that often you get to produce something that is three-dimensional and quite tangible, so seeing that final solution out in the market is probably one of the proudest illustration moments that I've had.
We get a lot of fun feedback from customers. Yes, The name was helpful, but to complement that with packaging that was different. Not just different from a design perspective, but really thinking about how an egg is put into a carton and how that really translates to food as a gift. I actually distinctly remember discussions early on around the strategic nature of the business. It's like, can we build a subscription? What does it look like? Is it a Kickstarter on steroids type sort of situation? Actually, no, this can be a business model that you operate day to day. The role Headjam played there were critical strategic discussions, and then when it came down to it, operationally, how does that look? I was very aware that Headjam was known and had a reputation to be on the more expensive, or I'd probably say the premium side when it came to creative agencies. But for me, having the recommendation from someone I really respected, and then being able to actually see a lot of their work through their case studies, I was confident. But I've got to be honest, like the main piece for me was actually meeting with the people and then feeling that they had a good grasp of where we wanted to take the business. That was just too critical. From a growth perspective, we kicked off in the middle of January in 2017. So 11 and a bit months in, we've gone from selling out within 2 days of eggs being laid to now selling out before the eggs are actually laid.